Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. The Australian dollar presently struggles for attraction ahead of this Tuesday's RBA meeting. The Reserve Bank of Australia is expected to cut rates by 25 basis points from 4.10 to 3.85%, with the case for a larger cut now fading. Nevertheless, traders will or should focus on the post-decision statement for clues on future easing, though solid labour market data tempers expectations for further rate cuts this year. Along with that, adding to uncertainty, President Trump's tariff threats rise global trade concerns. Meanwhile, with the technicals somewhat heavy, still looks towards this 60-day moving average, which is seen somewhere around 63.0520. No doubt that bulls are expected to return, and as we can see from the current pattern here, could see a rejection from that region and eventually look back to 65, 20, 45 and reassess. Turning to the euro, that also was a little bit in terms of trading sideways and non-direction, and currently looking for the next move. Although the trend is somewhat picking up, as we can see here with the RSI, I don't rule out a down test at this present stage towards the region of 110.65.95 or lower down towards 109.40.60. Nevertheless, the broader outlook holds towards the region of 113.50.65 and maybe even on towards 115. Bearishness still holds for dollar yen since breaking back beneath the trend line and now currently looks towards a target somewhere around 144 figure 10. I feel with the current dojis the market is a little bit indecisive, but declining technicals does favour a downside move and therefore looking towards that 144 figure 10 and reassess from there. Turning to sterling, the market was somewhat directionless but still likely to weigh on the support. This stage looking towards the region of 132.15 or maybe even lower towards 129.40 to 129.70. My bearishness, though, is likely to be limited given the fact demand may come close to this trend line and eventually look back towards 134. Wrapping up with commodities, but the market's still somewhat heavy as it looks towards the region of 3,200. But overall, though, the base where it was challenged last week towards the region of 3,100 may find demand again from this trend line somewhere around 3,100 to around 3,150. Overall, though, the bulls will be keeping a close watch on this trend line and maybe even eventually seeing a rally back towards the region of 3,400. And also, since reaching the top side for oil at $64 a barrel, the technicals have somewhat buckled and therefore looking towards the region of 61.20 or even lower towards the region of $60 a barrel before turning around and seeing a rebound back to 64. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining me. And as always, look out for the intraday report. I hope you enjoyed the great start to the new week.